Man United Reading. A weekend worth staying in for on ESPN. European football on ESPN, sponsored by Coral.
Surely that's curtains for Inter Milan. He goes down, penalty kick. Here he goes, Roma's icon to score for Roma. Cataclysmic defending. They've come back from a goal down to lead at San Siro.
It's Amagata to give Siena a shot lead. Oh, what a goal. Inter's day goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, we're live in the San Siro in Milan this evening. It's Andrea Stramaccioni's Inter against Chievo. Both sides have made what you could call indifferent starts to 2013, and each will hope tonight that they return to winning ways. Kick-off less than 30 minutes away. And joining me in the studio tonight, former Milan and Verona striker Joe Jordan, and alongside him, a man who knows everything there is to know about Serie A, it's Gabriele Marcotti. So that was a nice intro, that wasn't
Too
it?
kind.
Actually, two rivals for you in this game.
Yeah, there is. I mean, I just look back to my time at Verona, and Chievo were such a small club then, you know, just a team that was never spoken about, and there you are, they have them in Serie A and doing exceptionally well, and my team, Elsa Verona, not there at all, you know, it's changed days. Do
we call Chievo an established Serie A team now?
I think after this many years, I think after the solid ownership that you've had there with you know, this owner Campidelli, who looks a little bit like Harry Potter, but he's done a tremendous job in keeping him up. The club run at break even, and the good news, Joe, is that next season there's likely to be a Verona derby back in Serie A, because finally Hellas have climbed back up and going back where they belong.
Yeah, I had a fantastic time there. Verona's a beautiful city, as people will tell you if they've been there, but to see Helsa Verona not in Serie A and Chievo, it's just incredible, you know, the transformation of that. But it'd be great to see, as Gabby said, that both teams in Serie A and having a derby game, because it is a fanatical, it's not a massive city, but it is a fanatical football place. Let's
just look at Inter Milan. Does Stramaccioni come into this under severe pressure, this game this evening?
I think he's definitely under pressure. I mean, somebody came out and you know, and suggested that, you know, Mourinho doesn't get sacked because he makes too much money, and Stramaccioni doesn't get sacked because he doesn't make enough money, so it's cheap to keep around. I think it's obvious that Inter haven't invested in the side the way they've done previously, and so, you know, that's a mitigating factor for Strama. By the same token, though, his big selling point is promoting kids. It's his tactical nous and so on, and I think Inter have shown some pretty serious lapses on that front as well.
But as we saw some of the criticism on the tweets there, Joe, all right, there may be a lack of experience around this Inter side, but that's supposedly, as you say, Gabon and Stramaccioni's strengths, and he has changed the formation around a few times this season as he tries to find something that works on a consistent basis.
Yes, but I think when you're manager of Inter Milan and the history and tradition that they have, and you have a result that they did have last week, I think there will be a few fingers pointed at the manager, irrespective of what wage he's on. I mean, you know, Inter Milan, it wasn't too long back we were talking about them as champions of Europe, champions of the world, and now they find us. But there has been a policy there. I mean, Gabby will know more about it than me, but all I see is real top players, big money earners leaving Inter Milan, and that has changed the philosophy and the way that the club is run a little bit. So there is a certain amount of what would you say, sympathy with the man, because he has been, that's the cards he's been dealt. But still, you go to Siena away from home last week and getting beaten like that, it takes a bit to handle that.
We'll have plenty more chat about both Inter and Chievo before kick-off at 7:45, but I promised you some of the goals from the Serie A weekend, and let's